The wild world of Animal Crossing seems to be full of hidden content and mysterious lore once you start digging away at its squeaky clean surface, leaving fans with plenty to speculate about online over the years. However, some details are a little less left to the imagination, with details spread out over the game series for returning players to piece together, and that's where the somewhat heartbreaking tale of Animal Crossing's beloved Able sisters comes in. If you're new here, hi, welcome in. If you love cozy gaming and discussing the weirder parts of wholesome games, then please consider dropping a like/subscribe down below, as it would really help the channel out. Anyway, back to the Able sisters. Much loved by fans of the series, the Able sisters are a trio of hedgehog sisters that are featured in every game in the Animal Crossing series, and also make an appearance in the Japanese movie, although it was only Mabel and Sable that were seen up until City Folk. So first we have Sable, the eldest of the three, Label, the middle child, and Mabel, the youngest of all three. The common misconception is that all three are triplets. We do know that there's a 10-year age gap between Sable and Mabel, just for some kind of age reference point. These hedgehog gals definitely have a passion for fashion, with Mabel and Sable running your in-game clothing store throughout the series, with their sister of course having her own style ventures, but we'll get into that shortly. Whilst usually referred to as the Able sisters over most versions of the game, I'd like to make some honourable mentions. These include the German version, Schneiderschwestern, meaning Tailor Sisters, fair enough. The Spanish version, Hermanas Manitas, meaning Handy Sisters, again, fair enough. And then there's the French version, Sœurs Deutsch de Filles, meaning Nimble Fingers Sisters. Okay, France, I apologise for butchering any of these pronunciations. I've also seen speculation on Reddit by user Anxious Achievers that the initials S, M and L could be a reference to small, medium and large, as in clothing sizes. Although as far as I'm aware, there's no evidence of this. I like the idea though. There is also speculation that they're named after the Japanese Kano sisters, with the name Kano sounding similar to the Japanese word meaning to be able, as well as being an English transcription of the name, according to Wikipedia. The Kano sisters are, interestingly, a pretty famous duo in Japan, known for their glamorous fashionista lifestyles. Oh, and they have a lesser seen third sister too. Sound familiar? I will just add in here too that it's believed the Able sisters were created as hedgehogs, not porcupines as commonly believed, due to their needly exterior being sewing needles, and with the hedgehog being a popular choice for pincushion makers too. Anyway, their backstory is mentioned across different character statements throughout the games, with a lot of information coming from the eldest sibling, Sable. Once the player befriends her and earns a bit of trust in the mainline titles, she'll open up to them gradually and reveal, at times, a bit of their backstory. So let's go over it. As we've mentioned, Sable, Label and Mabel are sisters with at least 10 years between the eldest and youngest, Sable and Mabel, the two that we usually see working in the Able sister store day to day. Back when Mabel was very young, too young to really remember, the girl's parents sadly passed away in an incident, which I understand to be a car crash. As a result, Sable, being the eldest, was left to not only take care of her sisters, but also take on responsibility for the family clothing business, the business that we all know and love today. I do wonder if it was named after them in the first place, or if they changed the name themselves though. During this early period, Sable and Label had a falling out, which resulted in Label leaving her sisters and moving away to the city in an attempt to pursue a career as a fashion designer under the pseudonym Labelle, rather than using her real name. Having been left alone to take care of the shop and raise Mabel, Sable grew to resent Label, angry at her for leaving and feeling betrayed by her sister. Years later, a fully grown Mabel is working alongside Sable in the Able sisters store in Animal Crossing City Folk. In this game, we're told that Mabel and Label have been writing letters to one another, potentially a softer way back in for Label, as Mabel was too young to remember her leaving, holding less resentment than Sable. Once the player is able to visit Label, or rather Labelle, at Gracie Grace's fashionista furniture store in the city, Label admits that she regrets how things turned out with their family and wants to bring them back together again. In New Leaf, things take a turn for the better. We now not only have the usual Able Sisters shop, but now also a little shop for Label stuck on the side, where she sells accessories. The three sisters are finally reunited and working alongside each other after all these years. Heartwarming. Finally, we progress to the New Horizons era, where this time Mabel and Sable are back to working in a shop by themselves? Oh, well, as I'm sure you're aware, Label hasn't gone too far, and although she's back on the road with a designer career, this time it's with the full support and backing of her sisters. And of course, she's in town pretty regularly too. I think it's also an important detail to emphasise here that she's now back to using her real Able sister's name, Label, and Labelle is simply a brand name for her, which I think is a lovely touch. Thank you, Nintendo. Let's just take a quick look at each of the sisters in turn. First up, we have the eldest, Sable. Sable's birthday is the 22nd of November, with her catchphrase being, keep working and the watermill won't freeze, which I think really highlights her hard-working backstory. Interestingly, in Wild World, Sable talks about her childhood relationship with Tom Nook. Way back in the past, they were good friends, with him being a much softer soul, having a pure spirit, as she puts it, whilst admitting she was worried about how the city would treat him. We can take from this that it likely did very much get to him, changing him into the money-minded gold hoarder that he is today, and distancing their friendship. As children, they would stargaze together, and Tom even remembered her birthday when she did not, being too busy with her adult responsibilities. However, sadly, they're no longer in contact. Label was born on the 31st of October. Ooh, love a Halloween birthday. Her catchphrase is "Ask for a hammer and you'll get a needle," and it's thought that her fashion stage name, La Belle, might be taken from the French, La Belle, meaning the beautiful. Mabel's birthday is on the 22nd of May, with her catchphrase being "A stitch in time saves 9 more stitches." I don't really have any more Mabel facts, other than she's a Gemini, I guess. I'll be honest, these girls aren't winning too hard with these catchphrases in my opinion. So, a tragic tale turned around into a tale of family bonds and forgiveness. I love it when characters like this, that didn't necessarily need a backstory, they could have literally just been clothing hedgehogs, have had thought put into them and have been given a story we can piece together and even relate to. It's what gives them a depth of character, more of a purpose, and cements them in the hearts of fans, young and old alike. So, who's your favourite Animal Crossing NPC? Is it one of the Able sisters? Let me know down in the comments below. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, please consider dropping a like/subscribe down below, as it would really help me out. But anyway, until next time, goodbye for now.